So I've been noticing lately a lot of people been doing all these videos on Section 8 housing. So since I lived in Section 8 myself at one point in time in my life, I decided to talk about my experience of living in public housing, the pros and cons of living in public housing. So me personally, I moved into public housing when I was 18 years old. I was a teen mother myself. So right after high school, I moved into public housing, and it was a stepping stone for me as a single mom to get on my feet. So I'm not never downplaying Section 8 housing.
Section 8 is for people who needs the help with paying their rent. Because not everybody can afford to pay $2,000 or $3,000 a month. So there's nothing wrong with that if you need the help.
For the people who got goals, it's a stepping stone. It's all about what you make at the end of the day, but you cannot get comfortable in Section 8 housing and think you're going to be successful, because your rent can be all the way down to zero, depending on what state you live on. It's based on your income and how much you bringing into the table and how many children you have and what's your household size. So you can get low rent, but in the day, you got to understand, when you live in a Section 8 houses, also cons go with that. You got the government controlling your whereabouts, how much money you can make, what type of company you can keep in your house. Sometimes you got to put your child father on child support when you live in Section 8 housing. So it's not all peaches and cream. They steady worrying about how many jobs you can make. They kind of like keep you at a limit because you got somebody controlling you on how much you can make, what you can do. And don't get me wrong, it's a good program, but it's about how you use the program to your benefit. You understand what I'm saying? Because in the day, if you a grinder like myself, you're going to take that government program and you're going to drive. Like, it's so easy to start your own business out of public housing, to get on your feet, go to school, get a trade. That's what I did. When I was 18, I lived in public housing. I got my CNA certification. Right after that, I rolled myself into college. I wanted higher education. I got my degree. Now I done started my own business. I got my bachelor's and my master's degree in Section 8 housing. So now I was able to start my own business. Living in Section 8 housing, I wanted better for me and my son at the time. I didn't want to, constantly live off the system, take advantage of the system. But don't get me wrong, I need the help, so I use it for a stepping stone. And that's what I recommend to any person who move in Section 8 housing. You got to be about your money. You got to be about your grind. You got some people who use Section 8 housing as a crutch. What I mean by that is, like, they'll get comfortable with somebody giving them something free. And you're not going to make it far, because the way these benefits is set up now these days, they cut out a lot of programs, and nationwide, they not allowing, they putting time frames on these programs. They're not going to allow you just to stay in these programs for free now these days. So you better really get into your bag when you live into these government programs, because they really cracking down, because you got a lot of people who been living off these programs, not about their money. And this video for not those. This is for people who trying to grind. Like I'm telling y'all, these are for people going place in life. That's why I'm making this video for today. The ones who really want to get somewhere in life, if you live in Section 8, baby, take advantage of the program. Take advantage. Go to school. Get your trade. Stay in your bag. Like, don't get caught up off the free shit. Don't let the free shit fool you, because yes, it's free. But like I told y'all, it comes with a lot. A lot come with that. They steady monitor who in and out your house, or whatever, depending on, you got to put your child father on child support. You got to kick the man out the house. It just comes with so much. Like, do you really want somebody to control your life like that? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So, yes, I don't feel like it's bad to live in public housing, but you got to be about your money. Like, like where I stayed at, I see a lot of people, you got the doers down there, and you got the people who comfortable living down there. Like, I come out my house, I see a lot of people hanging around outside, not doing nothing, not going to work, not getting to their bag, hanging around, just living life comfortably, living free, like not really caring about how they gonna, move up to the next level. Like, you do see people like that. I'm not gonna lie and say you don't see that in the Section 8 housing, the projects. You do see shit like that. You can't come out your door and see a lot of people not getting to their bed. Like, you see that people lingering around, hanging around, not really taking the opportunity to the next level. But I also saw a lot of working moms who get up every day, take their children to school, feed their kids, going back to school. They be going to a lot of these trade schools. I know a lot of people that was going to the Dorsey programs, doing their medical assistance. I done talked to some of my neighbors now. They was doing medical assistance. They was doing their CNA. They was doing their LPN program. So I did see that in the project housing. A lot of the single moms was getting to their bed, was taking care of their kids, was making sure their kids go back and forth to school, and was trying to better themselves. But I also, like I said, I saw people down there hanging around, just living free, love getting the free benefits, feel like they don't gotta work, not putting their best foot forward, partying all night, hanging around all night. I seen both worlds down there. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm not knocking Section 8 housing, government housing, but at the end of the day, it's all about what you make it. If you're going to get down there, you're going to get comfortable, or you're going to use the program to really make some of yourself. If you one of them people who lazy, not about getting up, not about the bed, because they're not going to knock on your door and say, hey, go get a job. They're not going to do that when you live in there. It's about independent. It's all about what you make. You could keep recertifying your rent for $0 and stay on a budget, but that come with a budget living. You're not going to be able to live life to your potential. You're not going to be able to take trips when you want to. You're not going to go to the mall and cash out your kids when you want to. You're not going to be able to ever buy no properties. You're not going to own anything if you let that be a lifetime housing situation for you.
She's right. If you get comfortable on Section 8 or getting help with the government, you would not go to the next level, okay? You will not live out your full potential, all right? Because, yeah, you have low rent, probably $200-$300, but you won't be able to make a lot of money because then they will remove that cushion from you. You understand? And you'll have to do everything on your own and be 100% independent. So they'll stop helping you if you make over a certain amount. But as long as you make it minimum wage, they will continue to help you.
But if you want no people that's motivated and dedicated to get up, you can turn it around and like really own property, start businesses. But again, like I said, ain't nobody about to knock on your door and say, hey, get up, go get a job. They're not going to do that because the rent is zero. Now they is getting stricter, like I said earlier. They putting time frames on it. So now they is making harder to get that type of housing. And they also putting time frames on it. They want people to go to work. They want people to get in their bed. They want people to go back to school. They giving out schoolyard free in all these states. They giving out programs, how to start your business. They giving out first time home loans or grants in different states, depending on your state. So they want people to do better. There's so many free programs out here. You just gotta be a person that's willing to take advantage and do your research. Get on this computer, get on Google, and it's out here for you. Like, start seeing what's in your city, because they out here giving this money out. They giving out these free programs to people. If you want to go back to school, if you want to get a trade, you want to start your own business, you want to start your own trucking company, get your CDLs, it's out here. But you gotta be willing to put the work in, because like I said, when you live in them Section 8 housing, they not gonna knock on your door and say, hey, get up, go get a job. Hey, get up, go to this program. No, you have to be self-motivated. You have to be dedicated. You gotta be willing to get up and get to your bed. If you're not one of those, then you will be stuck living in Section 8 housing. If you're not a person who like to get up and grind for your check every day, you will be stuck in Section 8 housing. But if you a person who about your bag, who don't mind putting that work in, yeah, it could change your life, because it changed my life. I was one of them people, I got up every day. Like I said, I got up to my child to school, made sure he graduated. You know what I'm saying? I got up and went to work. I got up and went to school. I got my degree out that house. Now I'm a business owner. I could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I've been a business owner. I've been in my career for several years, so I can speak on it. I want to know who then allowed the system to break me. I allowed the system to make me to the woman I am today, and that could be you, but you have to apply yourself. If you're not going to apply yourself, it's going to be like generation after generation, because I saw that when I was living in the low-income houses. You see the generation curse, where you see one generation after another generation of family just back and forth, staying down there, nobody really trying to get up out of there. But I also saw a generation of people who got on down there, who did what they need to do. Now they living better. I went into some of my friends today who doing damn good. They business owners, came from the same projects that I came from. They business owners, they entrepreneurs. And I also ride back through there time to time, because I got people that still live down there who ain't doing right. They still down there. They still in the corner. They still not doing nothing. So again, I'm not knocking public housing, baby. It's all about what you make it. You got to be motivated. You got to be in your bed. If you're not one of those, you're going to be stuck down there. And like I told y'all, the way this shit set up now, they about to stop a lot of programs. They putting time frames on all this. So y'all, if you in one of them public houses, you better get in your bed, because the way these programs and all this free shit out here today, it might not be out here tomorrow. Get in your bag if you in there. Period. That's all I'm going to say about public housing. It's about what you make at the end of the day. Hope this was helpful.